it too late to wear that blindfold now?
Hey, everybody,
Yes.
it's Daniel's Dread Tales.
Hello.
And we're here. And we're
Hi.
dreadful.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
No, you're
It's us.
dreadful. We're awesome.
Okay.
This wig is itchy.
Don't acknowledge the wig. That's just your hair now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just how we
Miss
look
Piggy
now.
never says she's wearing a wig, even when she is. She's obviously my role model in all things. I don't know if this
That
is
shows.
on the show, but the Muppets are my favorite, and I like Miss Piggy the best.
That really shows.
God, now we can't include this either. Or maybe we can. Hey, everybody, it's Daniel's Dread Tales.
This is great content. All this is staying.
Content. God, I hate content. I hate the phrase content. Welcome to the
Terrible
show. We're talking about Mexico City, but like not real Mexico City, a made-up Mexico City from the 1930s that's full of a poorly run nectar cult
Yeah.
And birds.
and
Oh,
evil birds that really only attacked you that one time.
They still did some awful things.
They did.
Yeah.
That one guy exploded into birds.
Yeah.
They
Alright.
ate someone or
Yeah.
had someone fed to them.
Yes, many people were fed to birds as well.
I recently looked at the description of episode 27, and I think it was episode 27. And noticed that one of the triggers we put in was for bird explosion,
Yep.
which I
I don't know what other trigger you would put in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Let's just
Very
say I had
descriptive.
to feed the birds at my friend Andrea's house while she was out of town. And usually my wife does the bird feeding, and the birds, they were aggressive towards me.
Hmm.
Well, mostly
That's
the parrot,
karma.
but parrots are assholes. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you know. So, anyway, this is our special wrap-up episode for our Mexico City arc as we move towards the end of our Eternal Lies campaign. We did this after some of our other stuff, and because it's not going to be edited nearly as much, we thought we'd do it on video. So if you're on YouTube, you're seeing us in video form. If you're listening to us on a podcast, use your imagination or go to our YouTube channel to see us.
Yeah.
It's
Then you
Daniel's
could
Red Tails.
then you could listen to this
Yeah, come
twice.
check
I'm
out the
wearing my-
shirt Mason is wearing. That's a
Yeah.
really cool shirt. I like it.
I'm wearing my Columbo shirt.
Nice.
It's
Oh,
got
that's
Columbo
good.
on it.
I'm wearing my Scott hasn't seen Godzilla shirt. It doesn't make sense. I will spare you explaining inside jokes from other podcasts, but it's Godzilla with a pizza.
I'm wearing
Got
a shirt
it,
from a
got it.
podcast too.
What does it say?
Yep.
Oh,
Mine?
yeah. No, I'm reading it now. I see now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
They
get
left
it.
their
It's
shop
not mine.
open longer than the podcast.
Yes, the shop remained up for our old show.
Presumably
Oh.
still up.
I think it might still be up.
Yeah.
Who knows where that? Well, I know where that money goes. It's not going to the adult show. That money's going to T Public or whatever. Jesus Christ. Okay, the show that we're doing right now is called Daniel's Red Tails, and we're going to be talking about Mexico City, and we're going to be answering your questions. Though we only got a couple of them, but that's okay.
And by your questions, we
we're
mean
answering-
Russell's questions.
Well, no, we have one person who asked us questions too. Hi, Hatch. So, Russell, you usually take the lead on these things, right? With questions.
That
Did
rings
you
a bell,
do
yeah.
that this time, or am I just going to keep blathering?
I haven't done it this time.
Oh no.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
But- I haven't taken the lead yet, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
oh you haven't
Oh.
taken the lead. Yes.
So let's start with the listener questions then. I've got this in no particular order, but I'm thinking there was questions about the Tibet armor of the cult,
Oh yeah.
and maybe we could go into why we're skipping that.
So it's not Tibet. It's
Tibet? No.
Tibet is
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't even
yeah, I
spend
mean,
one night
we
in
could spend-
Bangkok.
I mean,
Sorry.
we could go to Bangkok. It is an option that is available, but to be perfectly honest, this campaign's going on for quite a while. So we're thinking that maybe Bangkok could be something that exists sort of on the periphery as we move towards the ending. I sort of distributed the clues around so that you don't necessarily need to go everywhere to get what you need to stop the final cult. So while there are some, tantalizing hooks leading towards Bangkok, we may not get there, and that's totally fine. They might come for you instead.
And I mean,
Have you seen Hangover 2?
You know what?
I ain't going to Bangkok.
Okay.
and at the same time, too, all of the most interesting Lovecraftian stories usually have some loose ends at the end.
Yeah.
This is
What you'll have
true.
to do is look me up, and I'll just run the entire campaign for you another way, and it'll go differently the next time I run it.
You can send Daniel an email at danstraighttales@gmail.com.
Yeah, send me an email. We can discuss payment options. I'll run it for you.
I'll handle the payments, no worries.
Sure.
I'll do the doxing.
But yeah, as for the Tibet thing, Tibet is where you would need to go to the Himalayas, which is where the body of this monster that you're fighting is at the Devouring Mountain.
Do we know that?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we know anything.
Well,
As far as we know.
Yeah.
As far as we've been able to put together as PCs, that's basically where it is. And I kind of figured that was going to be where it was when it was initially mentioned, like when the Himalayas was initially mentioned. But that's just because, me as Damien, I've ingested a lot of Lovecraftian stories, and there's more than a couple that feature the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's, you'll go there and there'll be a god and you can beat that god, so it's fine. Once you kill whatever that thing is, the cult will be destroyed because they won't have a god to worship anymore. So you just got to kill a god. It's fine. Get some dynamite, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's worked thus
That
far.
is,
In the mountains?
yeah,
Flamethrower.
yeah.
You're going to need to haul up the, and also you have to be there when the sky is clear. But you do know a ritual to clear the skies. Maybe you don't remember this, but that was a thing that was established.
It has been a while.
It's in
It has
the.
been a
Oh, have we? Hang on. Have we agreed on taking dynamite to the mountains? Because the more I hear about it, the less of a good idea it seems.
Dynamite's always a good idea.
Especially in the mountains.
It's never failed
yeah.
us.
We haven't been to the mountains yet.
That's true.
Well, maybe
if
you'll
we
find
get buried
an
alive,
alternative here
say la vie.
in the Yucatan Peninsula. There's
And then
theoretically
build it
power enough to, do all sorts of things here.
Dynamite.
No, I mean, they have dynamite all over the place. I actually don't know if they're going to have any dynamite at Chichinjul, which is where you're going.
That
But
sounds
yeah,
like a them problem.
so that's one question. Was there another question?
No, that was it. Vague
That was
Tibet
it.
thing.
Okay, good night, everyone.
Tibet thing. Yes.
I just wanted to
So
know
I
if-
think actually I said Tibet when I was more referring to the Himalayas, which that's where the that is what is going to be close to the end game for you. I don't know if it will truly be the end game, but we'll see. But we got one more detour first, unless you guys really want to go to Bangkok. All right.
Or that other place.
All right.
So you do have to. There is also that mouth in Los Angeles. Theoretically, you could go back and try to get that at some point.
We need more
Talk
dynamite.
Mhm.
with Edgar Job. We could Go to Corkery
Job is
Island.
still out there. Yes, Job is still not out there. Job is still
Yeah, he's supposed
know.
to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is in asylum.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Definitely still on there.
I'm
So our
sure he
next
doesn't have
question-
anything to do with the plot. He's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Our next question was Gomez under the effects of nectar when his head exploded?
I just felt like it.
It's a little unclear. It's a little unclear, isn't it? Yes.
Is it?
That's why
He
they're
was
asking.
under the effect of nectar.
Yeah, duh.
I will say yes, but I'm also going to say, who knows how it all works? It's a little weird. I maybe stole that image from a book I read. Except the book, John dies at the end. There's a cop who shows up at one point who's like trying to save them. And then it's just like, oh, okay, maybe this is going to be good. And then his head explodes into spiders. And I was inspired by that
this
image
seems a
to
little
have
familiar.
that happen at this. Yeah. In the movie, the cop is trying to kill them. In the book, the cop is trying to save them. It's whatever. The David Pargin's books. He wrote under Jason Pargin. He wrote under the name David Wong for a little while, but
We have a visitor.
yes, the idea was that the nectar responds to the music, and the birds are tied to the nectar as well. So, unfortunately for the cult, they couldn't quite get it all working. Somebody kept making their saves and not drinking nectar and exploding into birds.
Probably for the best.
Would have been an awful way for JP to die.
Yeah. What's funny is I was not making my saves. Many of the saves I made were other people get down, Mr. President, Secret Service tackling me to the ground before I could do anything.
That's also true. A healthy way to
Speaking
deal
of
with addiction.
stability test. The next question and the last listener question we got is: was the stability test for wanting to immediately take Nexter just for JB, or was that for anyone who heard the song?
It was for. Oh gosh, did I not make you guys make your checks? No, because most of you guys made your saves. It was for if anybody hears it, they want to consume nectar if it is around. If anybody
There
hears
you
it,
go.
which was going to be a very useful way to spread the drug around. Like that was the whole point of they was going to brainwash people into wanting to take the drug, and then when you take the drug, you go even more under the thrall of the song and all of that stuff. Okay.
Our son has risen
And-
from his slumber, apparently.
Oh yes, children will do that. Well,
So she gets.
what did we think overall about Mexico? What do we got thoughts on how that went? How do we feel about our? I mean, I guess here's the idea: we got a new character joining us this time. How do we feel about that?
Oh, Smalls.
Yeah.
I was getting confused about which arc we were talking about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because
there's only one newish character we've had. Yeah,
Reggie's he's floating in space somewhere, or chatting with an elder god. We're not 100% sure which. Probably floating in space.
Probably floating in space.
Well, Smalls is an interesting character. He's real intense and what's the word I'm looking for? Hard to read.
hard to read.
Oh, it's like I said, Smalls had me forever when, he sees he's getting followed and waves.
Mhm.
That was amazing.
Yes, that really threw off the guys who were trying to spy on you.
Well,
There were
It'll
people
do that.
watching you throughout Mexico, but it seemed like they had trouble actually inflicting damage upon you.
Well,
Yeah.
so one of the things with Smalls, and I don't know how successfully I've been portraying it, is he's slightly arrogant. He thinks he does at the core of his being, he kind of thinks he's better than most people. So like him waving at the dude who's like obviously watching him is like, yeah, I nice try. Try again when you've gotten better.
Yeah. But now he's seen some stuff, so.
Mm-hmm.
And buddy, you're gonna see some more stuff very soon. You're gonna see some stuff, capital S.
Oh yes, especially with what's happened.
I believe you.
Now I think technically his most recent sanity loss was technically after what we're covering here. But yeah, that's going to be interesting with how that shakes out.
Yeah. As I told my players, while this next little bit is going to be a fun little detour, it might be the most dangerous thing they've done so far. They just don't realize it yet.
Well, you can't really say we don't realize it when you've told us multiple times.
Well, your characters don't realize it.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
I also just want to put it out there in advance so that, like, when one of you dies almost unexpectedly, you're not going to be like, hey, Daniel, like, is being mean to us again.
I would never.
Well, I won't say that.
Renee, on the other
Yeah,
hand.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. You know, what if JB's head just exploded? Like, that just, you know, these things might happen.
Oh,
I can't see that going back again. Seems like a one-time thing.
Honestly, it's close to a one-time thing because the singing part of the cult has now been dealt with.
true.
The blood sport
dealt
part of the
with
cult
her
is still out there.
handily.
But yes.
The one thing I am going to say, just as a final thing for Smalls, is it has been slightly amusing being able to use the alienist CSI technique randomly.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I'd like to use forensic analysis. Do you have forensics? No, but I have assess honesty, and it's just as good.
And then I sigh, and then I tell you about the place.
Works every time.
Yeah.
I do like how in the description for that ability, it's like, yeah, you might want to remind your storyteller of this because they will forget.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing I wanted to mention was maybe the romance that is building up between JB and Kearns, though admittedly Renee is dealing with the child at the moment. But I guess we could ask one person about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah.
Like, this does just seem to be the way for whenever I do romance in a tabletop game, is that I never plan to do it. It's just something that comes up with the situation. It's part of it is that I'm physically incapable of playing anyone but a bisexual. So
Okay.
so I always have the options.
Well, it's
Okay.
like someone said in a improv game that I thoroughly trounced everyone in at a Halloween event years ago. In improv, everyone's bisexual.
I suppose.
I mean, I just thought that every character that you play is a self-portrait in some way or another.
Yeah.
That too.
That's what I think. You know, you got to pull on some part of you to create the inspiration. At least that's what I think. But I'm not. This is why I'm not an actor. So I don't know. I'm no Daniel Day-Lewis.
I believe I mentioned at one point that the part of Colin, or part of me that is in Colin, is the love of accounting.
Yeah, I do
That makes
apologize. The accounting has not truly been the most important skill for this whole thing.
It's being used a lot more than I think you're realizing.
It
I mean,
has been used a
it
fair
is
bit.
important. It is very important to analyze the money.
What are you going to use to distract everybody in this encampment? Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to use, Daniel.
Well, I asked a couple of questions. What do we think? Any other thoughts there, Russell? We got some questions.
I've got more questions. We could probably talk about the Mexico City a bit more if we want.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what to say necessarily.
Highlight of the arc for everybody.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. The highlight of the arc.
Let's start with not me because I just pulled that out of my ass and I have not thought about it yet.
Okay, we'll let your ass recover.
Thank you.
No problem.
Ooh, highlight of the arc.
Good question.
Everybody loved it. I see.
Come on, man.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You know what? This is gonna sound weird, but like having actually like a competent, helpful ally was really nice and refreshing. You know? Like I don't know if that's ever happened before. Which I knew marked our poor friend for horrible bird death.
Yeah.
But like all at the same time, it was so nice. So nice while it lasted.
Yeah, I think this is the first arc that, while yes, we were being surveilled, we were being tailed, there were people after us. The people that were coming up to us weren't all, antagonistic in some form or another. They were actually helpful. The rest of them, at
Well, to be
least
fair,
50%.
there was one guy. There were friendly people in Mexico City, definitely. Now, I will note there was a guy who was watching you in Ethiopia who ended up being a good guy, but you beat the shit out.
Yeah,
You know,
okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
He was acting shady.
But no, I see what you're saying. There was also, I guess, Nathan didn't feel this person was as helpful because they were busy being tortured at the time. But there was that old Crusader monk guy as well.
Yeah,
But he
I was
also maybe-
preoccupied.
Yeah, you're preoccupied. And also, I don't know how useful he actually was. He knows for sure that the guy you've been fighting is Nyarlathotep. So you're good to go.
He gave us. Isn't he the one who gave us the flamethrower? The one that killed Kay?
Is massive.
The one that killed Kay. Yes, that is true.
So not that helpful.
In the grand scheme of things, no, not so much. No, I didn't think he should have had a flamethrower, but people told me he should have a flamethrower, and then fucking choke on it. But no, I had fun playing competent police force in this one, which goes against my moral code, to be perfectly honest. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, but
it was also just the Mexico cult was again. There was a little bit more info you could have covered if you had gone clubbing, actually, which we never quite got around to, and that was fine. But even what you saw, the Mexico cult, very disorganized. They don't fucking know what they were doing. They were a bunch of morons. They were deadly. They had killer birds and like a crazy mouse shit and whatever, but they were like
dangerous.
Infiltrated 3 ways from Sunday and all this stuff.
Yeah. Dangerous and intelligent are not always.
Yeah. You can give a dog a knife if it's dangerous.
There you go.
Where would the dog hold the knife?
In its
His
maw.
mouth.
I guess.
Or you can just like tape it to its tail. Oh, that'd be scary.
That would be dangerous.
Ever
Yeah.
played Dark Souls, Dan?
I mean, I've played Dark Souls. Yes, I know about the dog you fight.
Sif,
Yeah. The dog would wield the knife the way Sif wields that sword. Just,
I don't know Dark Souls lore that well. I didn't remember the dog's name was Sif. I just remembered that you fight a dog. Is that in the DLC? Where you
No.
fight the dog, you go back in time and fight the dog? No, that's in the main game.
no,
The
it's a
DLC
space
you
game.
buy and they don't tell you how to even get it. So you buy the DLC and you're just like, and if you did the wrong stuff, you can't even get to the DLC, even though you've already bought it with real money.
Yeah, welcome to Dark Souls.
like Dark
Good.
Souls. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it is
sounds
pretty
like
Dark
Dark
Souls.
Souls.
Oh,
I think
Okay, go ahead. I was about to say some Dark Souls dumb shit, but it's more important that you do this.
the important might be generous. I think a highlight for me was the attack by bird scene.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Obviously, you got spooky bird attack, and the agony of trying to find as many bird sounds as I needed for that. But the party immediately splits. I come up with a daring plan. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's great. It's gonna work." I got one hand. Oh, this isn't gonna work.
yeah, that was good. The stuff in the kitchen was all a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice having a competent plan, but also framing it in a way that makes my character look like an idiot.
Yes, that is pretty good.
For myself, I'm gonna have to say I liked the. I guess the best way to say it is I kind of liked the chase in this one. The way that the investigation was laid out, I think was like the pace of it, how like for including stuff like the bird attack and stuff like that. I think that was really well done and sticks out the most to me. As far as what I liked the most about this one.
Yeah, it was. It played a little differently than some of the other ones.
Mhm.
I don't talk about this a lot, but again, this is adapted from a published product. The Eternal Lies is a published book, but this Mexico one I changed up a lot. I know some people online have said that the Mexico one is maybe the weakest chapter in the published adventure, so I did a lot of changes.
Well, props to your changes because I thought this was quite strong.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, there's like a Mary Sue like girl character who knows a different song that you could sing to counteract the music of the mouths, and then you're supposed to get thrown into it doesn't. And I know that might sound slightly interesting, but it doesn't work. It's really. Yeah.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
see.
Although you were going to run into her if you had gone to the club, but she wasn't going to be as important of a character. Yeah.
Like, I can see having like a counter song that you could find, but like, yeah, that doesn't sound like the way it's published doesn't sound.
Yeah.
very interesting.
She was gonna, she's supposed to come with you and you're supposed to fall in love with her and blah blah and all this stuff, and it's very railroady in a weird way, and it's like, if you'd run into her, she would have taught you a counter song that you could have sung. My favorite.
I kind of wish we'd have done that because then I could just see Colin being the one to learn the song, which would make it so Russell would have to sing it.
That would
I liked
actually great.
This is stupid, but a tiny little moment that I liked, and maybe you guys won't care for this, is when you're descending into the cult's stronghold. I'm like, okay, so is there anything else you need to do to prepare? Anything else you want to do before you want to prepare? I have to ask you several times. You didn't
For the
have
record, I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at myself for forgetting.
I liked in that one. He said, "Nope. I gave you an extra long time." I can remember pausing that. That was all 2 seconds.
Whoops.
several times.
Yep, there were hints. I get it.
I was pretty nice about the earplugs working most of the time anyway. But
Yeah. It is crazy Cthulhu magic, so
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just have a cannibal cult destroy you in the next one.
What?
What? I'm lying. That's not cannibals.
That's exactly what you would say.
That is if it were cannibals.
I'm not gonna make the natives cannibals. That feels racist.
That is a little
Um,
racist,
no, that's
actually. Yeah.
I mean, to be
Yeah.
fair, this whole thing about like there's weirdness about all of this stuff, but that's Lovecraft, baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, That
Yeah.
reminds me of a point I was thinking of a while ago. Jury's still out on whether Daniel hates women or not. Eternal Lies definitely hates women.
Why do you
Let's
say
see.
that?
Okay, so taking out all the player stuff, we've got a woman whose breast is maimed, and it got taken out of this one because of red card, X card,
Yeah.
lines and veils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Della Luz was supposed to be pregnant. It's
Mhm.
like, why is Eternal Lies massacring women in this way, or maiming women in their womanness?
It is
It's a
true
choice.
that almost all of the male villains that the game has are just dudes, by and large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the leader of the Bangkok cult is a kick-ass woman who has no weird gender stuff about her. But you are correct. There's definitely been, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, maybe I have leaned into some of that a little bit because, maybe I played too much Silent Hill. Even though, like, I picked up the most recent Silent Hill game, Silent Hill F, and, you run into the first monsters, and I was like, oh, wow, is it a sort of grotesque female form whose sexuality is kind of intimidating but also alluring? Oh, wow, who would have thought this would be a villain in this horror game, in this Silent Hill game?
Never changed Silent Hill. And
Silent Hill F
wasn't there a
actually, but
wasn't there a villain, female villain in Malta who was just a lady?
yeah, she was actually. You didn't really. Yeah, she was the one who was actually sort of in charge over Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she fucked my shit up if I recall correctly.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Although, if you want to talk about women getting killed, Donovan did sacrifice his wife.
Yeah, I was going to mention that one.
That's the other one.
Yeah.
Great sacrifice gains great power. I want you all to remember that. Write that down on like a card. Think about that. It's going to be important.
Are you actually telling people to kill women now?
No.
Renee's back for the listeners.
Yeah, Renee's back.
I heard that you guys were hating on Daniel, hating women, so I had to appear. It's like my mating call, basically.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Now, largely we were hating on Eternal Lies, hating on women.
Yes.
Yes.
But
I have leaned into some of it.
Stop talking over me. Do women actually feature in Lovecraft in any meaningful way?
Meaningful way?
No.
Not that I recall.
Not really.
No.
Probably in there in the background somewhere.
Just like existing?
Presumably.
I don't, in like my favorite Lovecraft story, Mountains of Madness, I'm pretty sure there are no women. I don't think there is a single woman in that arc.
Oh, is that what's your favorite?
Yes, of course.
In Dan's defense, I'm going through every single Lovecraft story I've read, and I can't think of a single female character.
Yeah,
So-
I'm like no consequential characters, not that I can think of. Even in the like Lovecraftian stories that weren't written by Lovecraft.
There's one where the antagonist character is frustrated that they didn't have a daughter or a son or a grandson because they wanted to steal their body. That's the only one that pops into my mind.
I remember one.
Oh.
Half woman, half ape.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that one.
Yeah, he received her body in the coffin and he went insane with the
Yeah.
horror of realizing that he was related to this creature that
Mhm.
was
Mm-hmm.
half woman, half primate.
I had to look it up. Oh,
Lovecraft had some issues with women and minorities and
Some
everyone.
Yeah, he was kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah.
there's a Miss Tilton who is like a curator of like the historical society in Innsmouth, who provides a lot of useful information to the protagonist.
We got one. We got one. In
Darwin's
this
horror
entire bibliography. Oh,
there are women in
no.
that.
Anyway, now that Renee's back, we can ask her some of the things that, some of the questions that, you missed. For starters, our characters started romancing each other. That happened this arc.
did. I've
Yeah.
been enjoying this greatly.
As have I.
Have I told people that I am what's the word? A hardcore shipper and slash writer in the past.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
I respect it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of those women who enjoys thinking about male characters having romantic relationships and or dirty wild sex.
Hey, I'm one of the men who enjoys thinking about men doing that. So, you know,
There you go.
it is what it is.
What is it called?
And what it is beautiful.
No. Fujoshi is the derogatory version of that term. You call somebody a Fujoshi if they're an asshole about it.
Oh, I just thought Fujoshi are just women who like men that kiss each other. I didn't realize that it was a.
Yeah, no, I've never heard Fujoshi
on
used
Lovecraft?
in a positive manner ever.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard that word, period.
It's anime shit.
Yeah, there you go.
I have heard it in reference to S.T. Joshi, the foremost living expert on H.P. Lovecraft.
Okay. My first ever fanfic was on Shut Up.
I'm sorry, I was blown away. I was still being blown away by the S.T. Joshi joke. It was taking me a moment to really appreciate it. I just have to give Russell the props for that. I'm sorry that I talked over you, but that's a very good bit. Continue.
I'm sorry I told you to shut up. I was just about to open up here and you started talking over me again, so I'm sorry I overreacted. Anyway, continue. My first ever fanfic I wrote on Leo Tolstoy, War and Peace. It was Pierre and the other person. And it was very short and it was very bad. But I still remember it very fondly. Because, I mean, come on, cut me some slack. I was like 13.
Yeah. Short, bad, and very fond experience is the ideal first fanfic experience.
Exactly. And I just watched that basically internationally made movie from different filming crews and different actors from different countries, and that's when everything kind of made sense and people were kind of coexisting peacefully with each other. So it was very cute and very pure, at least in my mind, in my adolescent mind.
My first fanfic was a Daria fanfic, but we don't need to go into all of that.
Yeah,
I didn't have anything except pen and paper for too long, so I never wrote any fanfics. But if I had had a computer, I absolutely would have.
My first fanfic was oh god, I'm about to tell on myself something fierce. A pen and paper Homestuck fanfic.
Oh, yes, there you go. Homestuck.
Because Homestuck was big when I was in middle school, and that was when I was getting into writing, so...
Jeez, I remember when that started and I was still an adult.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
too old for Homestuck. Did you have a troll? Everybody has their trolls for Homestuck. That's a thing, right?
I did not have a troll sona.
Okay.
I did not make
I
fan
learned a new word
trolls.
today.
All right.
Anyway.
Before I dig myself any deeper, Renee, was there a highlight of the arc for you?
In my first fanfic, or
No.
No, we're talking about the Mexico
In
City
Mexico-
arc. We're back
Going
to
back to
we
Mexico
answered
City.
that question while you were with Jake.
Yeah.
okay, the whole, yeah, okay. It was me turning into human shield basically for 2 entire episodes, and
That was
taking
incredible.
so much damage. There were so many bullets in me.
They all got pulled out.
If there was any question of whether we were doing a more purist or a more pulpy Lovecraft adventure, I think it's been established firmly that this is pulp level shit.
Yeah, honestly,
yeah.
I don't think our group would make a really good purist group. We are a little too off the wall.
Yeah.
Hot
I
take.
think the very first adventure we did where you guys were worms, and that one, well, not everybody was in that. Not everybody here was in that one. That was kind of, well, no, Dr. Moron over here was kind of made it a little silly, but
It still counts.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
No.
that is true. I
Never
never
mind,
thought
never
of
mind.
applying that question to that Dance in the Blood, but that is definitely a story where the question, would you still love me if I was a worm, should come up.
Mm.
Ray slamming
If you haven't heard it, you should listen to that episode, though we kind of spoiled it.
Yeah, wasn't it like our first ever
It was our first episode, and
Yep.
then it got remastered at some point.
The first
Yeah.
episode of it got remastered. It was
Oh,
3
the first
parts.
Okay, can we go back to how awesome and hot I am?
Sure.
What? Your Kearns, you mean? Or
Oh, yeah.
I mean, both answers work. Like,
Thank you.
I don't see the issue here.
Oh, Nathan, you're a sweetheart. Anyway, yeah, this whole thing was awesome. Taking all of the damage and saving all the people. That was nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Also romancing JB.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think overall Mexico was kind of a victory for you guys. Like, it wasn't, it's never super pleasant, but y'all came out alive at the end, and just stopped the cult here. And you found important information. Like, I think all of that, like, this has been probably the most successful one you did.
Yeah.
Now, thinking about it now, after informing Gomez of what was going on, we probably could have just left and it would have taken care of itself.
Like it did in LA.
No, better than that.
Because
You're an optimist.
we still had to firebomb the place.
Yeah,
I
was
still
Gomez.
think Gomez turned into birds.
Did show up.
Yeah. I guess he didn't light the dynamite, so,
Yeah.
stole his
Yeah.
kills.
Yeah.
This is reminding me of, gosh, I played a Star Wars campaign a while back. It went on for a while with a couple of my friends, and they were like scoundrels and like criminals and whatnot. And one of the things they kept doing was, and I had to eventually tell them, we have to stop doing this. They would just call the Imperials on the other criminals and just be like, "Hey, get them! They're criminals. They're bad." You go.
Also had that idea.
Wait, fine.
And they say
You
there's
wanted to
honor
stick the
among
fascists
thieves.
on the cult.
Yeah, stick the
That is
fascists on.
true.
Yeah.
We did consider trying that.
Oh,
We don't know it yet, but fascists did a lot worse later on. A lot worse stuff.
Yeah.
Continue to.
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Although
Um,
maybe in our world that we're doing, maybe after you stop this lying thing, maybe that will end up making the world a better place. Maybe Hitler will
This
shoot himself
is-
early. I don't know.
This
We'd
is
have
the
to go
timeline
for that.
where Kearns kills Hitler.
Hot
Kearns,
take, the movie Terminator is based on Kearns.
That made it into an episode.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
Hot
So
take,
this is
Kearns invented pro wrestling.
Pro
Kearns-
wrestling exists before the 1930s, but sure.
and Kearns invented
I
it
think
too.
Yeah. Hang on, I think it's called Greco-Roman something. Combat? Where basically
Wrestling.
it's two naked, yeah, there you go. Where two naked oil men, you know,
And Kearns came up.
antagonize each other.
And Kearns came up with that, not the Greeks or the Romans. Kearns
Totally.
just decided to call it Greco-Roman wrestling.
No, Kearns decided to call it pro wrestling.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
He's the one who turned it from Greco-Roman to pro. That was Kearns.
I remember now.
Okay, so Kearns has to survive this adventure in order to stop Hitler.
No, I'm invulnerable. Daniel can't kill me.
Okay, you
Try
can't
it,
keep
Mike.
saying that.
Let's not push our luck, though.
Nah, 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 you can't kill me.
I'm gonna have to kill you now. Like, I hope you understand.
Misogynist.
It could lead to interesting story development for JB.
Yeah, I'll kill a woman. Well, I guess I wouldn't really be killing a woman. I'd be killing a man to further a man's story.
You know,
Keep telling yourself
that. I've invented neo non-bad fridging. No, it's still bad.
Yeah.
No, that's not fridging. That's bury your
It'll be-
gaze.
Yeah.
That's just
Bury
as
your
bad.
Yeah.
Is that a sex thing I'm not familiar with, or
No,
No,
it's a
Right.
trope of like when you
It-
have gay characters, they're the ones who get killed off.
oh yeah, oh okay.
Often,
I knew
often
that. I
for
just didn't
the
know the word for it.
yeah.
It's what they did with Castio in Supernatural.
Big time.
Did they
Mhm,
kill
Send him to
mhm.
super hell.
Immediately as he confessed his feelings for Jean,
yeah.
literally.
Again, I've not watched that show, but I've been told multiple times that that guy got sent to super hell as soon as he said that he loved a man.
Yep,
Is that correct?
that is exactly what
Presumably.
happened.
That is
And
exactly.
it
what
happened in the series finale. They ended the
Also,
show
did the
with
car
that
get to
shit.
go to heaven, though? The car got to go to heaven? My brother watched that show.
Of course. It was a good car.
Every series, every piece of media out there, whoever decides to portray a queer relationship should follow the example of Hannibal. Brian Fuller's Hannibal, that is. It is so gay, I'm writing a paper on it.
Hell yeah. And it's a good paper from everything
Okay.
you've shown me, so anyway.
The prop?
Right,
I got 93 out of 100 for the research proposal.
nice.
I think
She
that
said
we
it's
may
a
have gone off the
fantastic
rails
topic.
a little bit, gang.
No way.
Maybe we
This
will
is
talk
great.
about it.
Talk about
Russell, did you have any more questions about the show that we wanted to answer?
several.
Oh,
Okay, so I started thinking about this a while ago when I put an interruption in an episode, and I thought how that started as a bit because of all the stupid names we came up with for the city in low places. And the show's, grown and changed as we have learned how to do stuff and function as a group. So the question is, what's something the show has picked up along the way that you can't imagine we never had or did?
Me?
I was gonna say, like, Renee's kind of a core part of the group now, like,
Yeah,
but like
good, Jason.
in terms of like other things that are not an actual human person.
I would say
Thank you.
one of the things that's definitely, I think it's very simple, but it's a good thing to do is when we're getting a little bit too goofy, you just, and this is sort of the interruption thing that you're talking about, you just do the quick like static sound, and then you get back to doing what we're talking about. Like that's just a little bit of a thing that didn't exist before. We either cut it all out or let it ramble on for too long. But now you could be very clear, like, okay, we're enough here.
Yeah,
and
that's very
for
good.
anybody who's listening, all of the rambling gets left in the Patreon cut. It's kind of fun for me because I can have the "We Are Complete Morons" cut for Patreon, and then something a little more dramatic for the main feed.
No, you're complete morons.
Yeah.
I am fabulous.
Sure. Any other thoughts on stuff that got added?
So, my answer for this one is kind of more of a less of a like what we've added on the technological or editing side of things, and more what we've gained as a group. We can all play off each other a lot better now. If we were to compare, like, the current arc of Eternal Lies to, our first episodes, let's say, we understand how each of us plays a little bit better than we did then, and I think that only adds to what we do here as a group.
Good one.
Yeah. I feel like in the beginning, a lot of Nathan's panic was just dealing with new people instead of what was going on in the adventure.
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Well, then Nathan ran that whole campaign very well for a while, though. Again, the trick is, yeah. That was a good one. Low place.
No, finish that thought, Dan. I'm curious.
Wait, what? Did I not finish my thought? I was just saying that was the you didn't seem nervous for that one, though. I guess it was the same people after a while, but
Yeah,
that's all.
And I think
I think another thing that
I did specifically bring in like two people who I've worked with for years as a thing.
It's true.
So,
I don't know. I was about to say, I think Nathan was more flabbergasted than anxious through that one.
You guys did a lot to flabber my gast. That is for sure. I promise to never say that again.
I mean, another thing that changed was, like, originally we didn't do campaigns. Like
that. Yeah, that's big. That's big.
Yeah. Which is, to be fair, it's not how I originally envisioned the podcast, but I'm having a good time with them anyway, so.
Same
if
here.
anybody's curious about why we changed that, it's because running a campaign gives people a reason to keep listening.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with one-shots. If we all like one-shots, we're going to run more.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a bit of continuity.
Yeah, exactly. I missed, we could do more of everybody being Dex Raymond.
Yes.
We got.
Yes.
We at least have to have Damien be Dex Raymond.
Yeah,
I
still haven't been a Dex. But that was because
you
I
and
chose.
Damien gotta do a Dex.
Yeah, I chose the other option, rather than Dex Raymond when given.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Oh God, I remember that one. In the show notes, I was like, in this one, we discover how many times we can describe women's clothing as bad. What's a weird one for that?
Yeah, whatever.
We're not beating the allegations anytime soon, are we?
No, people writing Lovecraft adventures. It's all them. Right?
Unless
Sure.
I don't know the
Overplayed.
context, so I'm not going to say anything.
There
Uh,
are
do you
shit
want it?
clothing.
Do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, on to the next one then. What appeals to you about the audio podcast medium as opposed to others? I could start on this one.
please do.
All right. I have no reason to get my face on the internet because, no, it's okay. Yeah. And the fact that I can actually play around with sound effects and the order of things, although, I keep it more or less honest for the show, I just like being able to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey.
yeah, that's
Hey.
fair.
Hey. Look at me. Look at me right here. You watching this right now? Look at my eyes. Fuck video podcasts.
Yeah.
No, I think it
Just say
totally
that.
works for certain things, but I don't. I think, especially for actual play, I think it's no good. I think
Yeah.
it definitely establishes a sort of a vibe that, like, look, if we had like producers who are getting paid a bunch of money and whatnot, we could edit the video. Because let me tell you, editing is what makes a good actual play podcast. It needs to be edited down to become a thing. That is my opinion anyway. Some people like it all loosey-goosey. I think that's trash. I think everything needs to be edited to be made better. And when you guys are watching your Dimension 20s, don't you think that they're not editing that? Okay? They're editing out a lot of that stuff.
Dimension 20, yes,
I don't know.
absolutely. But Legend of Evantris is doing something right because their sessions are like 3 hours long, and yes, there's a lot of like strange random noises and shit. But their stuff is great.
So many cans opening.
So many cans opening, just laughter for minutes at a time.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Go ahead.
That's kind of what I like about the video
Mhm.
medium, because like we like, yes, Russell does an amazing job with the editing
Cool.
and the sound effects, but with the video, I think we could play off of each other better because we would like watch for facial cues. I, for one, have a very expressive face, so
Now, one thing I can say with that is we could still use video for that and just record an audio, which is something I was actually going to probably suggest when we sit down and talk next, because for that exact reason, Renee, is it would help us play off of each other a little bit better.
We
I will probably be
we did
looking
that.
at my notes the whole time, but sure.
Yeah.
no, we don't need to see you.
We did that once or twice, and then a couple people got sick at the same time, so we didn't want to be on video, and then we just never did it again.
We should go back to video.
Yeah. For the record, while I don't care for video podcasts, obviously there are plenty of video podcasts out there who do good stuff, just like Renee was pointing out. I just, me, I like to take strong positions. I'm over here saying Dark Souls 2 is the best one. Stuff like that.
Oh boy, time for another one of Daniel's hot takes from the podcast Daniel's Hot Takes, where Daniel shares all of his hot takes.
Hot takes.
Anyway, let's talk about Final Fantasy 16. Anyway,
Final Fantasy 16,
but
16 is the worst Final Fantasy, and it's not even close. Okay, moving on.
I'm gonna kill you. Anyway, what appeals to me about what appeals to me about audio mediums is that I think I'm a decent voice actor. It's pretty much the long and short of it. Is I do think I am a pretty solid voice actor. I haven't been doing a lot of good voice acting in this podcast in particular, but even still, that aspect is something that I really enjoy about podcasts.
I think when you're in the zone, your acting is amazing.
Thank you.
But also you're delightful to look at. You're very cute. Seeing you just puts a smile on my face.
Thank you.
So I would say the video is very nice. The main way that I listen to podcasts is like I'm at work and I can't really be looking at a screen when I'm doing that. So the video of it all is wasted on me, especially because I sort of came up on podcasts when there wasn't really a video element of it. So I just truly, it does not even occur to me for there to be video part of podcasts. Whereas other people are just like, oh yeah, podcasts. That's where you watch a video of two guys talking to each other. Like it's just, times have
For
changed.
people imagining things for 4 hours.
Yeah.
What if video recordings can go on Patreon?
I love it. Shows do that.
What do you think?
I think we don't need to plan that during our wrap up.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
okay.
For I
I
don't know.
just came up with an idea.
Yeah, fair enough.
For
David, what were you saying?
for my part, it's on the technical end of things, I kind of prefer doing the audio format for a lot of the reasons that are like one of the reasons that Daniel just said. Most people that listen to this sort of podcast or this sort of content listen to it rather than watching it. And when looking at like the hierarchy of importance and stuff like that on the technical end of things, audio is more important than video. For various reasons, mainly because people listen more than they watch. But as far as like actually doing it, what appeals to me is I think it adds a certain something to this format, and that being the imagination of the listener. Because as much as we can describe how our characters look, and it'll give a basic description to the person listening, they're the ones who are filling in the details, and I think it helps them engage more. I know it does with me when I'm listening, because like I like to listen to like audiobooks and stuff like that. And it helps me engage because I can then so yeah, they're the characters described like this, but maybe they have these embellishments that aren't necessarily mentioned or are alluded to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do we have one more question there, Russell? Or was that the last one? Or is there even
I've got 3 more, but we could probably wrap up.
Yeah,
So I'm going to skip 2 of them and go to what's something from the show that sticks in your head in the same way as A Perfect Comeback does? Something you wish had gone differently. For example, I discovered I had something for Desert Winds in the final minutes of editing the last episode in the Ethiopia arc.
What do you mean you had something for Desert Winds?
A sound effect.
Yeah,
Oh.
sound effects and stuff.
Oh.
All that desert time was like completely no sound effects. Just be like, sure is hot out here in this desert that we're in.
Yeah.
Something that sticks with me that I wanted to do. I never did do an episode of Low Places about the wet web.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bit. It has genuinely haunted me since the end of Low Places because I was like, shit, I really want to do something with that.
Yeah.
It sounds so unappetizing. I'm kind of glad you didn't.
We are a horror podcast, technically.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it wasn't exactly up to me. It was up to the dice roller thing on Roll20, but I really wish I hadn't rolled a 1 when I was on full auto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was such a
for the audience at
That was
home,
so
the despair
anticlimactic.
you heard in everyone's voice was real.
Yep.
Genuine, honest to God despair.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the sanity and
That's a kick
stability
in the
check
balls.
enough. That's my thing. I feel like I'm not keeping you guys honest enough. I'm not hitting your sanity enough. And maybe you think that I already am, but I'm truly not doing enough of them. I feel like I haven't truly driven you insane like I should be in this system. I'm being maybe a little bit too nice in that regard. And like that's fine, I guess, but like it's Lovecraft. You guys should be more insane.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
there's still time.
do you actually want us to be able to do things though? Like move the plot forward in any reason, like meaningful way, you know?
That is a fair question.
Or do you want us to
Welcome
just...
to the balance of all of this stuff. Since
Yeah.
Sandy Peterson said that this should be the role playing game that we do, you know.
Yeah, well, what the fuck do they know? I know nothing about Sandy Peterson, so.
His Doom levels suck.
Huh.
Yeah, he worked on Doom.
Which one?
Doom
The original.
and Doom 2.
The first one.
He worked for id.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, he also helped make Age of Empires. And then he was the chief author of Call of Cthulhu.
That's quite the
Anyway.
career change.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, he's a right-wing crank. So that's
Okay, there.
Less interesting.
All right. I
But
stand by
also,
what I said. then.
Suburbs, that was not very good in Doom 2. All of your levels are bad, Sandy Peterson. The Doom heads know what I'm talking about.
Can we just
But my point
now?
is, yeah, I guess we could do that. The thing I was just going to say, despite blaming Sandy Peterson, it is the eternal problem of the Lovecraft game where you want to drive people crazy, but you want things to happen.
Yeah.
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 But if we're going to do a
Anything stuck in your head, Damien? Anything stuck in your craw?
Not really. Like,
That's fine.
I kind of wish, like,
valid answer.
I kind of wish that I would have saved a little bit more stability on Reggie so that I didn't have to take him out exactly the way I did. But, I mean, it's how the story played out, and I'm not dissatisfied with it, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Renee has suggested we do a campfire card. These? What? Oh, that doesn't work. Yeah.
Apparently,
No, it's just
Okay,
not.
so that didn't
yeah,
work.
not focusing.
No.
Anyway, Ultimate RPG Campfire Card Deck. It's from James D'Amato, who does the One Shot podcast and Campaign Skyjacks. Oh, I guess he doesn't do One Shot anymore. He's looking for a
He
replacement.
doesn't do one shot anymore. That is true. Yeah.
They aren't paying us for this, but they could.
These two are, I think, good.
That's one of the
So
things
these
I
are
like about
questions
being
for-
independent.
So these
The
are questions
characters.
for our characters then? Yeah, okay. So I will watch.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I like about doing an independent show is that we can talk about or not talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have a boss.
It's true.
Hmm. About one of these three?
All right. What do you consider your most useless talent to be? And what makes you think it's useless?
For our
And these are for our characters.
Yes.
Yep.
So if you stuck around this
Canon
long,
content
gang,
in here
we
too.
got some actual in-character stuff.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at my character sheet on Roll20.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Well, while you're thinking, I just want to mention Icon of Sin, really terrible boss fight, Sandy. What are we doing?
Oh, Quake? Nah, probably not.
No, that's and boss of Doom 2. Though Sandy did do a couple Quake levels as well.
Yeah. I think Colin would consider his most useless talent to be disguise. There's no reason he picked that up. He's really excited to have had a couple chances to use it during this whole thing.
Eh?
Right.
And, he also picked this up before he got into detective work, so it was even more useless as an accountant.
Yeah, I can see that. I would have to say for small.
You know what?
It would be his knowledge of Latin. Like, sure, it comes up in like medical texts and stuff like that, and knowing some Latin words is handy, but useful, not so much.
There is a tiny chance it might have been useful in Malta or other places in Europe. But where you are now, there's not a lot of written down Latin.
Yeah, no. I don't suspect there will be either.
Okay, so I know Latin, and you told me that it was completely useless in Malta when I tried to read something. I think that was K, actually.
Yeah.
You know
You're
what?
trying to
Fair.
do it for the actual language.
Oh, so it's not because Daniel's a huge misogynist?
No, it's because you thought you would be able to speak the language.
Look, I studied Romance languages, and I can read instructions, say, in Italian. Like, reading.
I've heard from some Chinese folks that they see a lot of Western languages as just different dialects of Latin. All the Romance languages are just different dialects. Like, people say there are a bunch of different Chinese dialects, and over here we're just like, no, they're separate languages. Our language, no, maybe they're just all dialects from Latin. Who knows?
You don't have to ask the Chinese folk to, tell you that. Any linguist worth their, salt can tell you that.
My point is the distinction of what's a dialect versus a separate language. That's all I'm saying. Yes, obviously they're all related to Latin. Anyway, we don't need to get into all of that.
JB has a lot of points in electrical repair and mechanical repair, and these have come up exactly never.
There was once in Malta where it might have been handy, but we didn't have the right people there.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is true.
So that gets my vote.
Electricity at Donovan's.
Right.
Yeah, because you never actually ended up breaking into Donovan's house.
Yeah.
Right, and I wasn't current back then. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know all that stuff.
Okay.
I think I know how to tie like 3 different kinds of sailor's knots.
That's good. That's a good currents fact. I like
I mean, that is a super useful skill in the right circumstance.
Especially with JB as your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I mean,
nice.
Okay. Good night, everybody. That's all for the show.
Nothing wrong with
We have
Saying that your Cthulhu Wars Kickstarter was not fulfilled correctly.
We have so thoroughly established that JB is a freak at this point.
It's true. It's true.
That is the
How
one
did that
thing in
happen?
Eternal Lives.
Well, I know exactly how
we're
it
ending
Absolutely
this.
is true.
the ball gag. It was the ball gag. Actually, I think
It was the ball gag. Anyway.
Kearns might be pretty vanilla. So
That is A-okay.
I think
With
it's
that,
useless,
everyone,
But boy, am I about to
I will.
be surprised, hey?
Thanks for listening to Daniel's Dread Tales. Perhaps our loosest episode we have ever done. Will this be listenable? I hope so, because you just listened to it if you got this far into it. Thanks for listening,
I'll put it
everybody.
at the front
We'll
so
see you in
everybody's
2
very
weeks.
confused.
Yeah. We'll see y'all in 2
Bye-bye.
weeks, or at least you'll hear us. I've never seen you. I don't have webcams in your house. Stay dreadful. Bye. That's how we sign off now.